It is May 15th, 2023, and here are the top news stories of the day. After the current election in Turkey, it is still unsure who will be the president. Neither the current President Erdogan, nor his main opposition Kılıçdaroğlu could reach the threshold of 50% of the votes to win directly. They will have to go into a runoff in 2 weeks to determine the winner. This is the first chance of dethroning the controversial leader of Turkey, who just recently got criticized again for the economic crisis Turkey is slipping into, how he handled the recent earthquakes all over Turkey, and just now for manipulating the election and constantly contesting the numbers of his opponent. One proposal for resolving those claims of election manipulation would be storming some important political building. But that also wouldn't sit right with a lot of people, because that's just a further step into the westernization of Turkey. So it's a really tricky situation battling for justice. The election is regarded as the most important this year. It will decide the future of Turkey and if they can get out of their economic crisis. Some people also fear that this is the last chance to stop Erdogan from turning the country into a full-blown autocracy, with him being the leader for 20 years already. Which is a crazy long time. In this time you could have been born, go through the whole school system, grow up, get recruited by an extremist cult, and as a result of that participate in a mass suicide event. All while Turkey is ruled by the same man. In the US state of North Carolina, abortions are probably going to be banned. The abortion ban has been vetoed, but the veto will probably be overruled soon and abortions made illegal. Until now, North Carolina has been a haven for women living in the southern states because it has been illegal in other southern states for some time now. You know the situation is doomed if you're describing North Carolina as a haven for women. Legal abortions are probably the only reason why anybody went there at all. This law is going to take a big hit on tourism in North Carolina and probably reduce it to around 0%. Exceptions are being made for abortions regarding pregnancies of rape, incest, or if the mother's life is in danger. Any other desired abortions have to be made the legal way. Not by going to a doctor, but by purchasing a gun at your local supermarket and shooting your fetus. Shooter's gonna shoot. That's not always a good thing. Some shooters shouldn't shoot. One example of that is the murder of Pop Smoke. The young rapper famously has been shot and killed just as his career was starting to take off. This weekend an 18-year-old confessed to shooting him, being 15 at that time. He's scheduled to be released when he's 25. It will probably be hard for him when he's released, with him being famous for what he did. He won't be able to get a job and make money as easy. So he probably won't be able to buy Dior for some time. What is good? Criminals get what they deserve. Other than that, you can do anything you want to do. Shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, as a wise man once said. If you're an European person over the age of 40 with nothing much going on in your life, the next news are going to be very exciting for you. This weekend the 66th Eurovision Song Contest was held in the UK. For anybody who isn't European and doesn't know what that is, it's like Formula 1. But instead of car racing, it's a music contest. And instead of racing teams having racers competing for them, there's countries having musicians perform for them. But in both cases we don't really like having Americans involved. Maybe someday, they also can get into this event if they bring enough money and buy their way in. The winner this year was Sweden, with the female singer Loreen. Sweden has a history of producing great musicians, so congratulations and good luck to Loreen for your further career. The longest cosmic explosion ever was just witnessed. The brightness of it lasted for 3 years. For example, a supernova only lasts for a couple of months. In the interest of a romantic partner into you, only a few weeks. So that's a really long time. It occurred 8 billion years away from Earth, which I'm not really sure what that means because I talk to girls and don't care about that nerd stuff. Anyways, it somehow happened because some big black hole disrupted a big gas cloud or something, I don't know. It's still pretty cool. Let's have a moment of silence for Vice Media. The production company just filed for bankruptcy after 29 glorious years being at the top of journalism, producing the most thrilling pieces of media. The positive is that their great works still are with us, even after their bankruptcy. I like looking back at life-changing releases like I Got Addicted to Heroin in front of 1.5 million YouTube subscribers. We found the biggest ass in the world. Or interview with a cannibal. Rest in peace, Vice, and thank you for all the great things you did for us. This Sunday in Thailand, the opposition defeated the military-backed establishment in the most recent election. People in Thailand were fed up with the current political status quo, what showed with the biggest voter turnout in history. Pita Limjaroenrat got the most votes and will be starting as the prime minister soon. With the military the first time not in charge since 2014 will probably bring a lot of changes with it. If those don't include raising prices for street food or banning sex tourism, Western people won't care at all, and Thailand will stay the same for them. But hopefully that new chapter will bring good things for Thai people. The Grizzlies just suspended Morante. The basketball player has been very controversial in recent times. Not necessarily for the normal NBA star stuff like having sex with strippers, even though that also happened, but more so for his acting out, portraying himself with guns or being violent. This time he was on Instagram Live, what is embarrassing enough already, showing a gun into the camera. If he doesn't get himself together and keeps acting this way, a gun will be the only thing he's shooting, with his basketball career ruined. We can just hope that he stops acting this way, finds the right path and just starts doing normal stuff again, like having sex with strippers.